Okay, so I've got a table here, coffee table opened up off the forum, and the goal is to put wood grain on the table. And there's already one on here. Typically what I do when I want to do wood grain is I either take a picture if I have the wood, or go out and Google the species of wood and find a nice picture of one. I went ahead and did that, and so here's just a picture of some wood grain that I found. So this is what I'm going to use. And so there's already a material on here. It says custom, and so I'm going to turn off the bump map, and I'm going to go over and click to assign a texture, and there's the orange wood there. And it gets just applied up to the object. And it's being applied in a particular way, but if we look at this, it worked out really pretty good. There's the image. It's stretched a little bit because it's not the same aspect ratio as my table, but it gives the point that I'm looking for. If I needed this to be longer, I need to find a picture that's longer, or find a seamless bitmap, which I'll cover in a different video. But then it wraps around this way, as would happen to do, and then it pulls it down this way as if it's been cut through the grain. So that was really pretty straightforward. Sometimes it doesn't work out quite that way. The reason this is being put up here is that the type of mapping that's on there, if we go to texture mapping, is surface, okay? And if you need a little more control over what's going on, it's best usually to bring out a mapping widget, and the different widgets come in different shapes. Here's box. You can look at the list here too. Here's planar, UV, UVW, box, box with only sides. And then if you were doing a cylinder or a sphere, then you'd pick those. Having said that, to really see the widget and understand that, let's go to Apply Box Mapping. And so the first corner is down here. And then let's go over here to the next corner, and then we'll go up to the top. And capped equals yes, so we hit enter. And you might see something like this. Now, this isn't bad, except for the fact that the wood looks cut on each side, and if that's the way that you want that to look, then I guess we're in business. So, but here the pattern isn't going in the same direction of the grain. It certainly looks good here. So when we click on this, we can then come over to this button here, which is Show Mapping, okay? And now this is, as you can see in the command line, this is the mapping widget, okay? And to change the way this works, we can scale the mapping widget, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and rotate this 90 degrees, and there you can see that it's doing what we did before, but the mapping widget is only this wide. So that's what's being projected onto the surface. Now, if this was a seamless tile, then that would be fine. But we can simply pull this, okay? And if we pull this all the way out, then we did stretch the bitmap, which we had no choice because of the aspect ratio. But we're now getting down this side and then across the end as well. Now, the grain seems to get bigger here because of the size of my box, okay? So if I pull this down, then that'll tighten up this grain structure here, and it'll more match this side. So that's using a box as well, and you can certainly do things like that, which you wouldn't be able to do with with just surface mapping. And then to get rid of the widget, you would just come over here and say hide mapping, and it would turn the widget off.